So finally, we've got the big one. The 2017 Royal Rumble match. This is what it's all about. Hell, the pay-per-view is named for this match. This match is the pay-per-view. Some people call this show a one-match show often. Granted, not this year as Styles and Cena, but it is going to be a very, very good Rumble. It is the most, and I know they keep saying this on telly, but it's true. It is the most stacked Royal Rumble card in history. It could not get much more stacked than this. Let's go through the competitors, the 22 out of 30 that have been announced. Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Chris Jericho, Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin, The Undertaker, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, Sheamus, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Luke Harper, The Big Show, Sami Zayn, Big Cass, Rusev, and Mojo Rawley. So there's 8 people left. Okay, 8 people left. Who could be the surprises? Couple of NXT people. I'm going to spoil NXT TakeOver, so if you haven't watched it and you're going to watch it, skip sort of the next 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to spoil it in 3, 2, 1. Nakamura dropped the title, folks. He could be in the Rumble. That opens it up for him. It really, really does. So we could see Nakamura, Joe, Ty Dillinger. I think Nakamura, who was unlikely, due to what happened at TakeOver, is now likely. You know, that was unlikely, it's now become likely. And I'd love to see it. I'd love to see Joe Nakamura in the Final Bloody 2. Can you just imagine? Holy shit. That would just be fucking insane. That would be for NXT fans just an incredible moment. I think for wrestling fans in general. I think for the hardcore wrestling fans, that would be a moment. Seeing them to vying for that spot, vying to win the Royal Rumble match at WrestleMania. After all that happened over in NXT, that would just be amazing. But anyway, so it could. I think it'll be 2 of them 3. I think it'll be Dillinger and one of the other 2. I'm going to go Joe. I think we'll get a couple of cruiserweights. Probably the champ, which I believe will be Neville at the time. Possibly Brian Kendrick or TJ Perkins. I think we'll get Tyler Bate. I think we'll get some sort of legend return. I'd love it to be Kurt Angle. I don't think it will happen, but I'd love it to be. And these are just completely off my head. I've not read anything, so don't think I'm spoiling anything. Trust me. I'd love to then see a couple of debut stroke returns. So re-returns from a long, long time ago, where I'm talking about... and I have no idea whether any of these are possible. MVP, Johnny Mundo, John Morrison. I'd love to see that. Shelton Benjamin, I don't think he's cleared. Finn Balor. You know, I don't know. If I had to predict surprise entrance... I'm not going to predict surprise entrance. I'm just not even going to try because I'd get it wrong and it'd be embarrassing. But yeah, there's 8 things left. And that's quite a nice amount to manoeuvre. If I had it my way, I would not have any cruiserweights come in. Possibly just Neville at the push. 2 NXTs. UK champion Tyler Bate. And then leave 4. Whether you have then Balor and 3 others with a legend and perhaps 2 returning people. Or whether you have, if Balor's not fit, a couple of legends and a couple of returning people. You know, I know legends are returning, but you know what I mean? When I say returning, I mean people that are going to come back and they're going to stay. The Hardy Boys perhaps could come back. I don't know. That would be a moment that would get everybody bloody completely and utterly hyped. Again, I don't know the likely and the possibilities of that. There's a lot of options. Carlito. I mean, he was rumoured to come back at the brand split, never did. I'd like to see Wade Barrett come back. I know he left only a short time ago. Same with Cody Rhodes. Again, I think that's highly unlikely. But... yeah, no, there's lots of options. Rey Mysterio. Again, I don't know how likely or unlikely any of these are. But there's a lot of possibilities. And some, of course, I will lose my shit. I'll lose my shit out of any of the ones I've just named. If they happen. You know, I'd lose my shit if Alberto Del Rio came back again. Because that's just the sort of person I am. I do like Alberto Del Rio. But yeah, we went tits out with him, didn't it? Let's be honest. So yeah, no, this should be... I don't think Kane's been announced yet. So expect Kane to be in the match. That'll probably be one of the surprise returns, which will be about as surprising as anything. So perhaps there's only going to be 23, which is kind of makes it like 7 extras, which kind of makes it easier. 2 NXT, 1 Cruiserweight, Tyler Bate, and 3 others. I think that's probably easier, isn't it? So that's probably what I think will happen. But that's just me talking about surprise entrants. That's always the exciting thing about the Rumble, isn't it? You know, predicting who's going to be those surprise entrants, predicting who you think, you know, trying to make those predictions. It's one of those things you always look forward to, that number counting down, and just knowing that as that number is counting down, you could be about to witness what is an incredible moment. We saw one last year with AJ Styles. You know, hell, it was heavily rumoured. I think most people knew he was coming, but even still, it was still one of the best moments of the year. So yeah, expect another couple of moments like that. You know, they have announced the Goldbergs and the Brock Lesnars and the Undertakers for this match, but expect some surprise entrances. It wouldn't be the Royal Rumble without them. So yeah, no, expect a couple of surprises and expect 1 or 2 to shock you. And what I'd advise, if you really want these to be surprises, if you really want these to be completely and utterly entertaining, is make sure you stay off the rumour sites. Make sure you don't, you know, look at any sort of spoilers, etc. Because ultimately the moment will just be spoiled a little bit. And yes, it will still be fantastic. And yes, spoilers and rumours are never, there are what they are. They're rumours and spoilers, and they often get them wrong. I'm going to avoid them because I think that's a lot better to avoid this sort of stuff for me personally. But let's just go through. There's kind of different categories, you know, on the Rumble. I think there's kind of 3 categories. Stands no chance of winning the Rumble. We'll go through them. Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Ziggler, Cesaro, Sheamus, Luke Harper, Big Show, Big Cass, Rusev, Mojo Rawley. They're in the category of stands no chance. You then have the maybe category. And that's the, you know, the kind of would be a shock, but, you know, has a chance, if you see what I'm saying. A lot of things have got to go their way. Chris Jericho, Braun Strowman. Now, we spoke about them earlier. Owens wins the title. Chris Jericho's chance to win the Rumble shoots up, and he goes into the next category, which we'll talk about in a minute. Strowman, likewise, but different in some respects. It's, for him, if Reigns wins the title, Strowman goes into that top category. And Jericho stands no chance. But they're in the middle category. Corbin's in the middle category. Ambrose, Miz is in the middle category. Ziggler is kind of in the middle stroke bottom category. Wyatt and Orton, middle category. And I probably said Zayn for the bottom category. I'll stick him in the bottom category if I didn't say it. Then you got the favourites. Goldberg, Lesnar, Undertaker. And obviously add in Y2J or Braun Strowman, depending on the result of Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. Plus Finn Balor, who could make a return. I'm not spoiling anything, folks. I have heard nothing. I don't know whether he's cleared. I have no idea. Literally, I have no idea. If Finn Balor returns, he'll win. Triple H could return in this Rumble. And Seth could come out and cost it. I mean, the possibilities are endless. My prediction to win the Rumble is Undertaker. I think he has to be the favourite. Lesnar and Goldberg stand a chance. Jericho or Strowman. I think Strowman is a good bet. I do genuinely believe this. I think Strowman's a good bet. I'm sticking with the Undertaker, but for me, if Strowman wins the Rumble, I would not be surprised at all, because I think Reigns will win the title, and I think then Strowman, you have to regard Strowman then as the favourite. As that match, as what if I was to say Strowman to win the Rumble, that would mean that I'm banking on Reigns to win the thing, which is, you know, yes, I think it's going to happen, but I'm not 100% sure. Where it is at the moment, that being that Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns are facing each other, but we don't know the result of that match yet. For me, my prediction remains The Undertaker. Now, if Reigns wins, I change it to Strowman. Now, I'm not going to change it. This is my prediction before show, but I will then say I think Strowman will win. Sticking with The Undertaker for now. But yes, Strowman stands a big chance. Much the same as if Kevin Owens wins, Y2J stands a huge, huge chance. Think about some of the stare downs we could see. Corbin, Undertaker, Undertaker, Ambrose, Undertaker, Strowman, Undertaker, Jericho, Undertaker, Lesnar, Undertaker, Goldberg, Goldberg, Lesnar, Goldberg, Jericho, Goldberg. I mean, honestly, it is just unbelievable. I could sit here all day going through it. Orton, Undertaker, Orton, Goldberg, Bray Wyatt, Goldberg. I mean, I'm deadly serious. I would love to see that. Sami Zayn, Undertaker. I mean, honest to God, there could be. I mean, we are not going to get all of them because it's just going to be impossible. You know, I think with the fact that it's so stacked, I think that's why they've added in the Mojo Rawleys and stuff like that, is so that they can have a few quick eliminations. Because at the moment, bar Xavier Woods and Mojo Rawley, every elimination is going to be a pretty big deal. You know? Even like Big E and Kofi Kingston, they're not your jobbers. They're not the ones you expect to get eliminated quickly. You know, Rusev's and Big Cass's. Who do I think opens it? I have a little theory that I think would absolutely rock the Alamodome. How the fuck you'd book the match after, I have no idea. Entrant number 1, Brock Lesnar. Entrant number 2, Goldberg. Can you just imagine it? I mean, number 1, can you imagine the crowd for Lesnar being number friggin' 1? I mean, coming out at number 1. Can you just imagine it? The crowd will go nuts. As he's standing in the ring, Heyman's sitting there, he says something, I don't know, whoever it is, we ain't scared because Lesnar's just going to eliminate you, and he's going to, you know, he does that elimination repeat bullshit, which is, I find entertaining. And then bang, Goldberg's freaking music hits, and we have Goldberg versus Lesnar as the first entrant, and then hell, get Undertaker out as number 3. Admittedly, then you are putting your eggs in one basket straight away, and you're expecting Goldberg and Lesnar to last most of the Rumble, unless they just destroyed each other at the start. But who do I expect to come out number 1? Sami Zayn. I think he's got number 1 written all over him. I think he survives for a long, long time. Who else could do that job? Strowman coming out early, just because I think they're going to... Excuse me, I think Reigns' record for most eliminations is 100% at risk with Strowman. I think Strowman will, 410% sure, this I guarantee, he will without shadow of a doubt get the most eliminations. 100%. Who's going to be eliminated the most quick in this match? Mojo Rawley, 100%. So yeah, I mean, there's all them little things as well. But yeah, this is going to be incredible. My prediction for the Final 4. I'm going to do Final 4. Undertaker. Samoa Joe. Now that's one that I think a lot of people are going to go, what the hell? Jericho. And Braun Strowman. They're my Final 4. Granted, I've left out Goldberg and Lesnar, but I think they'll have destroyed each other by then. What I think with Goldberg and Lesnar is going to happen, I think probably Lesnar will eliminate Goldberg, or Goldberg will eliminate Lesnar, it doesn't really matter, and the other one will come in and fucking end up eliminating that one. I expect that to happen. I expect shit to go on between Bray Wyatt and Orton, and certainly Harper, but I expect something big to go on with the Wyatt family, and I do expect to see the start of the breakup for the New Day. And I believe it will probably be Big E eliminating Kofi or Xavier. Expect to see that happen. So yeah, I expect to see that sort of stuff happening. 100% we'll see a Big Show versus Braun Strowman altercation in this match. 100% Lesnar and Undertaker are coming face to face, and 110 friggin' million % Lesnar and Goldberg are gonna. I mean, if they honestly keep Goldberg, Lesnar, and Undertaker apart, that would just be the biggest load of bullshit in the fucking world. But yeah, my Final 4: Undertaker, Strowman, Jericho, and Samoa Joe. At least I think that's what I said. Winner of the Rumble, The Undertaker. It is simple as that. What a Royal Rumble event this beckons to be. I'm going to be late up. You know what? There's no way I'm sleeping. If there's one match that could not put me to sleep, even if it's the crappiest Rumble ever, it is the Royal Rumble match. Honestly, it's the one show, even if I'm watching it at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm still glued to that telly. It's going to be entertaining. The show's going to be incredible. Thank you so much for watching this full preview. I've got to have a shower, get myself ready, because I've got people coming over for the Royal Rumble. I'm going to get this video out as well. I hope you're going to enjoy it when it goes out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and I'll see you for a review for the 2016 Royal Rumble match. And if you missed my thing regarding my 5 superstars who should win the Rumble, make sure you go check that out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I will see you next time.